Here's a good way to visualize what compressors are actually doing. In Wavelab, it lets you see volume's effect on the waveform, as you can see here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this dotted line and pretend it's our threshold. So when audio goes over the dotted line, our compressor would want to start lowering the volume. When audio goes below the dotted line, the compressor is going to release the volume. So what it's going to do is it says, oh, I see it's gotten over this. So I'm going to turn down the volume. And then it's going to start releasing because it got quieter. So what you're playing with is a fast attack time. A slow release could do something like this if it was really drastic. We're going 4 dB of volume reduction, so 2 dB would be like that. But you can see how it kind of pinches the waveform. If I had a slower attack, it could do something like that, where it's letting this initial energy through, but it's kind of lowering the volume of the meat. It's lowering the volume right here. A fast release could do something like this, where you're just kind of a fast attack. So this would be a fast attack, a fast release. So I'm kind of pinching the waveform, as you can see. Now it's important to remember, most compressors are not fast enough to catch the initial spike of energy when it crosses the threshold. So if we had a really fast attack and a slower release, it would look like this. And this would sound like it was really compressing, but I'd still have this initial spike of energy. And if I raise the volume of this track, that spike could start clipping things. So it's important to watch your metering to make sure you're not accidentally having these spikes distort something you don't want distorted down the line, or clipping something you don't want clipping. That's why you have limiters or clippers, is to catch those kind of spikes. Now, the other thing is some compressors have what's called a look-ahead function, and that means that it sees that audio's about to get loud. So it will actually start lowering the volume early, like this, and then it would release like that. So it would catch that initial spike, but it drastically changes the shape of the attack. So it can actually make it sound unnatural pretty quick if you don't watch it. And the makeup gain is just doing that, where it just raises the volume of everything on the track. The other thing that's important to remember is, let's pretend this is a word a singer was singing. Now, if I had a fast attack and a slow release, it's going to do this. So it kind of evenly keeps the volume down for the whole word. But if I had a faster release, it would do something like this. And now this whole section is going to feel louder than this section was, because I'm lowering the volume of this section. And what happens is, if this was the end of a word, that might be where a singer takes a breath. So all of a sudden those breath noises start popping out. So it's important to listen for that. Do I have the release of the compressor set so fast that the breaths of everything is popping out? But on the flip side, if the release is too slow, you could accidentally have it so the release is happening here, like this, and if the next word starts around here, then all of a sudden I'm turning down the volume of the next word before it even has a chance to sound like it should. So you get the look-ahead problem again. So you really want to have your release times fast enough that they're not interfering with the next part in the song, but they control the way you want for the current part. So you're always listening hey, I want my release to be done releasing by the next drum hit or the next word that the singer is singing. And that's what you're really listening for a release. Have some fun with it.